Ask Me Anything. And again, send in your questions. You can do it a number of ways through our website. That's easiest at ScreamFree.com. But also just reply to one of the Daily Pause emails. Send in your question. We see all of those. All you gotta do is hit reply. All right, somebody sent this in. Hal, I can't seem to manage my own anxiety in my marriage. Join the club. When my wife tells me something that I'm very uncomfortable with, it's hard for me not to respond right away or carry that anxiety all day long. So it's hard to pause. That's what you're saying. Is she told me she had to go out of town with a male co-worker for a few days, business project. I know she's not lying about that, but I have such anxiety that she may fall in love with her co-worker. It's hard for me not to say anything. You know, bring it up, she'll get defensive. It's one of those deals where if you freak out, you're actually going to increase the chances of her not necessarily falling for that guy, but decreasing her attractiveness to you, because jealousy is not attractive. It's actually repellent. I don't know how to express how I'm feeling and get rid of the anxiety without causing a fight. Got it. Anxiety in marriage is supposed to be there. If you're not feeling anxious at times about your marriage, then what I think is that you guys are not growing in your marriage to reveal more and more about yourselves to the other person. Because that's what marriage calls us to, is to reveal more and more about ourselves. And we call that authentic self-representation. And so the more I reveal about myself, I'm going to learn how different I am from my spouse. The more we share of really what's going on over time, we're going to learn our differences, and that can create some anxiety. And one of the things that I think is one of the beautiful things about this is the anxiety of fidelity is actually a good thing, because that means you're not completely comfortable. Because when you start to get comfortable in the romantic aspects of the relationship, then some things start to intrude, and it actually is no longer nearly as interesting. But you're worried about your wife going out with a co-worker. It's one thing to find it interesting and have a playful jealousy. It's another thing to be so anxiety-ridden that you can't do anything but not trust her, right? So what you're asking is, how do I convey to her that I'm nervous about that? Well, here's one way. Baby, I understand that you are faithful to me and you have been up to this point. I also understand that I married a very attractive woman. And if some guy wanted to come on to you in a business setting like this, I wouldn't blame him, because I married an attractive woman. And your attractiveness is this confusing thing because it attracts me, but I know it's going to attract others. And I sometimes struggle with that. But I want you to know that I trust you, and that my anxiety about your faithfulness is my problem, not yours. So you go and have a great trip. Know that I'm going to be thinking about you and can't wait for you to be home. Then go see a therapist. You're going to hear that from me a lot. Talk to someone professional to help you learn to manage that anxiety, because you learn to manage your own anxiety so that you can represent yourself that well to your spouse is the very thing your marriage needs most to become everything you want. All right. Talk to you next time.